Hello everyone. Today I'll be teaching you how to do a front flip. So before we get into any of the practice, you wanna start with a nice little warm up. I'm just showing my warm up I did for this in the background, keeping in mind that I've been working this for a while now, so I'm comfortable with the movement. So I didn't take as long as the warm up as you probably will, but make sure your whole body is loose. You want your ankles to be nice. You want your quads to be good, hamstring good. You don't want to feel any pain when doing any jumps. So keep that in mind. And I'll just let my warm up routine play in the background. So for this, we want to make sure that we can get nice and high in our jumps. We want to make sure we feel springy. And we need to be comfortable with going over our heads. So later on, we'll be doing some forward rolls, we'll be doing some dive rolls. And before we send it to the full actual front flip, we want to make sure we get comfortable with that. So you'll see me progressing rather fast in the clips themselves, but keep in mind that all of this is from weeks, months, years of practice already. So when you're practicing, move at your own pace. Do it at a speed that feels comfortable for you. Don't try to rush anything, otherwise you will become injured, and an injury can set you back a lot further than it would have taken you. It has taken an extra week of practice or extra day even sometimes might be the difference between getting a skill or not. For this video, I'll be practicing on a mat, but you can do this in any place that has soft ground or anywhere that you can land on your back or on your butt with a relative degree of comfort. So moving on straight into it, we'll be starting off with a forward roll. Scoop low to the ground, hands on the mat. We're going to tuck our heads in and put our butt high in the air and just let ourselves fall over and roll. Fairly standard. Most of us used to do this when we were kids, even if by accident. Again, one more time, hands down, and the side, butt up. And we let our legs come over our body. Showing you from a more frontal view, in case you need to see a better view of that. See me, get down low to the ground. I keep my knees close to my chest even as I roll. So that way it can help me speed up my rotation, which you will see later on is very crucial for when you go into the actual front flip. You want to keep as tight of a tuck as you can. And now we'll be throwing ourselves a little harder into it. We want to be adding a little pop into our dive, which will be known now as a dive roll. So you see, I start with my hands off of the mat. And again, coming from a side view, we're gonna try and get far further out our jump now, right? You see, I elongate my legs before I bring them into tuck now. That is to get used to the jumping movement we will have when we go into through the full front flip. So I start from a little higher down and I swing my hands into the movement. That's to give me some more distance, some more height, more power. Still hold back a little bit here, just to make sure everyone gets comfortable with the idea. But this is the main movement. The higher you can get this, the better for you. This is the main motion you have going into your front flip. It also is a area version of the takeoff. So I'm showing here, you will be throwing your shoulders over. So go from a hard arch to hollow, which I'll show you one more time here. Go from arch to hollow. So that one gives you more height and allows you to pull on your knees harder when you're coming in for the front up. Yeah, so on the hand swing is more of a tricky and parkour version, the start up, and the overhead is more of a gymnast way. But you see now we start moving some runs into it. So this is what we call a set, right? We're setting up for actually preparing the full action. See, I try and get nice and high. Now the only thing we're switching now to get for the full front, I'm going to, instead of letting my legs stay loose and straight, I'm going to tuck them in and get my hands into my chest. Almost like I'm going to pull on my knees. And you can see it there. That's where the same takeoff, shoulders throwing over your head. And we hold our knees tight to try and get as small as possible. That's why we wanted to get used to the forward, to get used to that motion. I go once more. See me? Over, pull, tight, and I stay. Now, I'm not expecting you to stick the first one good at all. Even if it's a low stick, as long as you can get that, you can work with that practicing. And from stationary, it's a little trickier because you don't have that forward momentum. But in case any of you guys still want to try it, the same hop you would take, instead of keeping your legs close together, all you have to do is open your legs slightly and that'll bring up your rotation.